the people around us who can be actual motivator for us.
Something very important in motivation, and to be a motivator, it's always based transmitter and receiver.
Transmitter and receiver, right.
I have not invented this, I would be very happy to, but I'm too stupid for this maybe. I would say something very simple. I would say to the people, and a motivator is, how do you see the life? No stress. I mean, you should, first of all, to be a good motivator, a good transmitter.
Motivation is something that we are trying to concentrate these days, and I strongly believe that we should forget about those things which are not very positive, which are bleak, which pull us down. Let's talk about something which gives us brightness, enthusiasm, which motivate us, and to talk to all important issues regarding motivation, I've got with me the motivation guru, Francois from Paris. Hi Jean, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Hello from Paris. It's raining today, but not in your brain, in your mind, in your soul.
That's great. Jean, in the earlier programs, we discussed about what motivation is and who need to be motivated. These were very important topics, very well received here in Pakistan, and we got a lot of questions. And I'm going to build on to our earlier conversation. Now tell us about the motivator, because once we have decided that we need to be motivated, who can be a right motivator for us, the people around us? We can't seek your help all the time, though I would like people to talk to you and to send you messages, and perhaps you can take out time for that while you are in quarantine. But if you are not available, the other specialists are not available, the people around us who can be an actual motivator for us.
Okay, the thing here, I would say, in short term, something very important in motivation, and to be a motivator, it's always based on transmitter and receiver. Okay.
Transmitter and receiver, right.
Who was the first receiver? You are the first receiver of your brain. I mean, your brain decide about your acts. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the first rule is that you are your own motivator, and then if you have some qualities, you can be also transmitter to receivers. You know what I mean? This is a kind of chain. So I would say, okay, let's see. How to be a good motivator. I would say something very simple. I would say to the people, and a motivator is, how do you see the life? How do you sleep? How do you wake up? How do you live your life without no jealousy, no stress, no anger? The thing is, you should, first of all, to be a good motivator, a good transmitter, having, I would say your mind in peace. And I'm not talking about meditation and stuff like this, but how to see positive things. We're in a very active world, So the thing is, if my mother raised me with a glass half empty of half full. You know what I mean? When people if there's a glass of water on the table, it can be half empty of half full. It's exactly the same quantity, but it's strictly not, in the way you're looking at life, the same thing, because people who are looking this glass half empty, they will always live their life half empty.
Right.
And the people who have the possibility to see the glass half full, they will see their life half full all time. And those people have a very important rule, is not to be spoiled by the idea of the half empty, So, we have a movie called Star Wars. What is Star Wars? Star Wars is a fight of the light against the shadow.
Okay, right.
And I would say the motivation is the fight of the half full against the half empty.
Right.
So the motivator for me is somebody, okay, is somebody with, you know, for example, if you are a motivator, is that you have something to bring to other, and you want to do it. You know, you want to do it. You see somebody, you know, there are people in an accident, they are able to rescue the other faster than others, you know what I mean? And I would say, yeah, motivator is a kind of rescuing people. Why? Well, when I was a young kid, 3 days ago, my father told me, never forget that if one day you hire people, you will have a very important role in their life. Because of you, they can succeed or they can fail. They can make their family happy in business, in money, in many things, you know, because people who are succeeding are people who have, you know, something different in their mind, you know, they see more easily, you know, what I say is quite very complicated, you know, in terms of speaking, and then they have to be applied in life. But I said, for example, to my salespeople, I said, it's the, you know, failing, and then say it again, or succeeding only takes 8 to 10 hours per day. That's it, you know, and this is the same kind. So, thing is, you have to be motivated yourself to help people to be motivated. This is the first quality. Then after, we have what we call the theory of the 8 anchors, because motivator can be able to look through the looking glass, you know, who people are, you know what I mean? If you are yourself positive, you will have the possibility to make other people positive. Something that we call 8 anchors could be, the first one is to understand if people have what we call the technical anchor.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, skills. Anchor it comes from a French word anchor, like in a boat, but let's say anchor, I don't know it's a proper word in English, but skills. And so this is the one. The second one, the first one. The second one could be the managerial skill anchor. Can you see in people the ability to be managers? And this is also something to, you know, also understand and to try to find out. There's autonomous anchor. People are more, you know, they need a team, they need a big boss, a big strong authorities, and the other are more, you know, able to do things by themselves.
Okay, that's number 2.
We are on number 3. We are first the technical, second the managerial, third the autonomous, and fourth we're talking about the security and stability, which is, you know, I would say, to my point of view, what I've seen in the companies, you know, it's not what I say is not the truth. You know, what in life we have always the rule of the 20-80%. So when you say something, it's maybe 80% true, you know, but never 100% true, you know, like if you, this is the reason why if you're a journalist, instead of, you know, believing everything that people say, or if you're a viewer or audience, never believe 100%, but maybe.
I like, Jon, I love this theory of 2080. We are going to have a separate chat about that, because this really elaborates many of the important aspects of our life.
I will be pleased, yeah. I will be pleased, because it's very funny, but it applies on, I have not invented this, you know, I would be very happy to, but, you know, I'm too stupid for this, maybe. But
getting back to motivators.
I pick all the information. No, and the thing is, I have applied, you know, you know, those theories. So we were first on the anchor of skills of, you know, security and stability, and I would say a lot of people need, and especially nowadays. And okay, so this is something a manager should understand with people. There creativity also. This is the fifth point is, you know, creativity. Do I have in my team? Do I have in my family? Do I have around me, you know, in my surrounding people who are creative? Because, you know, if you find some qualities, that guy may be not good in mathematics or something, but it could be very creative. I don't know. I don't have any feedback about Mozart, Beethoven, Picasso, but they are notes in mathematics.
Right.
physics.
But John, people can be creative with their thoughts, they can be creative with music, they can be creative with interior designing. So, like, creativity leads to many things actually.
Well, thing is, I can say Bill Gates was creative, and I say Mark Zuckerberg was creative, and Jeff Bezos
Okay.
was creative too. And the thing is, because, creativity, if we apply creativity to those people, they build the world, they build a new world. They build a new order in terms of, they make us more intelligent, they make us, faster, they make us, I told you I order, we're in total lockdown and I order beautiful armchair for my office, and I receive it within 4 days. Thank Jeff, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I couldn't leave the body in Paris, everything is closed. So, creativity is something like parents are, the things are, we are all based on new models. We are based, what is important, and this is also linked to education, motivation. Break the old models. We're not living in the old models type. The only thing that we have to get from our parents and our culture, and which should never discuss, are the values. And the thing every raise kids is the most important is no matter what, but this and this is true. This is cultural. The structural things is you should never discuss on the values.
Right. The values should never be compromised.
This what makes the rules and your status of human beings.
Very true.
Your families, ancestors are worked, they have suffered, they died to pass your values. So the thing is, we're in a new world, in a new order. We got to be now in something called the new normal. Get this world in your mind, in your brain, that will be used. We are on a new normal now.
Okay.
So the motivation has to be done, not with the whole figure, the whole patterns, but with the new model. Okay?
Right.
Normal. But the thing is, let's be people very creative. And I will see, to my point of view, that will be the most important. Then, many people who are in a family office discussion, talking about many things. And you know what people say from rich families of big groups? They say, oh, our kids have been very well trained in Oxford, in Yale, but the thing is, did we train them to be entrepreneurs?
True.
And the thing is, and the thing is, what makes the difference today, to my point of view, and this is a training, and this is a motivation, very important point, and we'll spend more time on it, is about creativity. Nothing that happens today was planned. Nothing that will happen tomorrow has been planned in the world, in the history of the humanity. So the people who will be the more and the more successful, helpful for the planet, for the earth, for the mankind, are the creative people.
True, very true.
And this should be very, this is something we will talk about the millennials, one of our other talk plan, So the other anchor, six, is the people who are devoted to the others. The one who have, good cause to defend, I am on a good cause. I am, I am made to help my brothers, the mankind, things like this. There are people in a company who are made of this, very respectful. That comes from, for example, charity foundations, for example. There are those people who have this kind of skills.
Helping others. It's to extend help to others.
Sorry?
It's helping others.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, and it's something to do, you know, there will be a little bit difficult, they will be the first to do it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, and there's what we call the, you know, bet side, you know, BET. I bet I can do it. I bet I can do it. You know, this is the kind of things which is very interesting. And I would say, the bet is for me linked with creativity. You know, I bet I can do this. You know
Right.
what I mean? And you know, and also it's for some people, and this is the eighth, you know, anchor or skills is called the lifestyle. And we have the lifestyle, and the last one will be international.
International, right.
Yeah, we have the lifestyle because a lot of people are, if you just are the boss of them, you know, and the motivation to understand their lifestyle, you know, and if your company lifestyle fits with their lifestyle, for example, the one we're in tourism or in hotel, you know, or luxury cars or yachts, you know, they have the kind of the lifestyle which is, you know, preeminent with them, you know. Okay. So the thing is, I want to live this lifestyle, you know, this is a kind of motivation. And the last one is, and I can talk about a lot with this, is international, you know, international. The people who have the roots of international, and I must say, I have traveled 88 countries now. I worked in many 43 countries, and you know, it's something you have in the blood. You know, you must be. You know, I'm living in the most beautiful city in the world, but the point is, everywhere I've lived, they say I must travel, I must to see the world. And by chance, I've been appointed by U.S. companies to be, you know, executive for them for a job in the tourism and hospitality industry, where I've traveled 43 countries. You know, so this is something very important.
Right. John, so like these eight anchors that you have mentioned, so like these are very big motivation in our life to get going. So with these kind of motivation, we achieve certain things in our life, and then that achievement lead us to another achievement actually. So it's a step-by-step achievements that we continue getting in our life, which get us going actually. So is it like this?
Yes, but the point is, you know, never forget about the transmitter, you know, because people can see in you. You know,
okay.
It's like people can see in you some things, you know what I mean. And I never forget. I'm very thankful to someone who was my mentor, who seen myself. You know, I didn't know I could manage my life so well. It's not too bad. And because the guy saw that I have skills in sales and leadership, you know, and to be the mentor myself of other people. But to be honest with you, I didn't know when I was 22 years old. I had some, I was leader in the music band, or, you know, a group of friends, you know, when you had something to decide in the holidays, where all together say, okay, let's ask Francois what to do, or even, you know, for personal things that he loves me, should I love her, da. But the point is, I couldn't imagine this, and I'm very thankful to my mentor in life. Of course, I did with personal qualities, but the point is if you want to achieve your role of motivator, you have to find things and to push the people, you know. Never forget about the idea of the coach, you know.
Right.
If you see, you know, you're sitting on a desk here, I'm sitting here, and we have 6,500 kilometers I've checked yesterday from Lahore to Paris. And the thing is, you know, if we're just sitting here and not be able to push each other's, you know, we never know, and we could have never known what we can do in life together. You know what I mean? In terms of business and how to help each other's, you know, we need a little push, you know. Never
right.
And if you are the motivator, the guy, for me, the motivator is a guy who wakes up everybody and say, wow, it's shining, sunshine in the house, it's raining outside, but it's shining home, and shining, you know. And this is the real first quality for me, you know, and say, oh my God, there's a glass half full on the table. How wonderful it is, you know. Even if we don't have more milk at home, we have a half full glass. Thanks God, you know what I mean. And from that moment, very simple things. You can pass messages to people.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you so very much. And it was very important. And let me recap that we have to look at the life not glass half empty. We have to look at the glass half full. And then we have to look for those anchors in life, the motivational factors that John made you count. Those are the 8 that he said. We have to look for those motivations. And once we achieve that success in our life, we keep ourselves motivated. John, thank you very much for your time. And in the next program, I will look forward discussing the international business avenues that we all are very interested to know exactly how this pandemic is going to lead us to this new era where the business is going to be shaped in a different way. We will discuss how the people are thinking worldwide. Give us guide and tips to keep ourselves motivated in the business, to make money, to achieve whatever we want to achieve in our life. It's going to be a tool for us to achieve those things in our life. Thank you very much, John, for your time. And I thank you all for watching this wonderful program of Movetimate with John Francois from Paris. Thank you.